Hi, I'm Katy-K. Signs that you could be clairaudient. Now, clairaudient is clear hearing, and it's one of the psychic senses, one of the clairs. And clairaudient people can hear things objectively, like I hear myself clap, or subjectively, I hear that noise in my head. So some of the signs are your inner voice. You have an inner voice that comes through, and it comes through possibly as thoughts. So we can hear as thoughts in our head, or we can hear the physical sound. And so with your inner voice, you frequently hear clear inner voices or thoughts that seem to come from nowhere, and they don't sound like your own thoughts. You might hear music, songs or melodies in your mind, and it might be tunes that you haven't heard from a long time. I always think when I've got a song, I know in some countries they call them earworms, but I might have a song going round and round in my head, and it might be, I'll say, have I heard that song recently, for it to be there? Oh yes, I heard it yesterday. So that's what it is. But it might be a favorite tune or a symbolic tune related to someone in the spirit world. And so I know that that's them communicating with me. I know also my dad had a song that was his favorite, and when I hear that song I know he's nearby, because I've walked into a room and that song has just started playing. So whispers or murmurs, or you hear sometimes like faint whispers or murmurs, but there's no one else around. They can't be coming from anywhere else. You might hear your spiritual guidance. So you receive guidance in the form of inner voices or wisdom, and that's how you get your insight. Sudden insights. You have moments of sudden insight or clarity, often accompanied by an inner voice or a thought. And you might hear a lot of noises in your dreams. So you dream about conversations that are quite vivid, or music is very prominent in your dreams. Animal communication. So when you're communicating with animals, it's not like they're having a conversation, apart from, the vocal noises they can make, but you get the words in your mind. You actually think what they're thinking. You might hear ringing or buzzing or high-pitched tones in one or both ears. Now, I'm not talking about, if you've got that problem where you've got incessant ringing. I mean at odd times, or when you're in an energy area. So I know my husband, when we went to Sedona and we went to the vortex, he knew when we were in the vortex because he would get a buzz in his head, in his ears, and as soon as we left the vortex, that buzzing would stop, whereas I would feel it and see the energy. Messages from objects. You may just hold something, and whilst you might be sensing it, but also you're getting the thoughts in your mind, or conversation appearing in your mind. Predictive sounds. You hear specific sounds or words that prove to be relevant to something in your life. You ask a question in your mind and the answer comes back in your mind. It's not a feeling, it's not that you see something, it's just there's an answer there, and it doesn't sound how you normally would think or sound. You hear your name being called when there's no one there, or you hear words being spoken but there's no one there. Repetitive phrases. You encounter phrases or words repeatedly that seemingly have a message in them. And so random people might say the same thing, and you might have a choice to make, and you keep hearing those phrases. Channel messages. You can consciously channel information and messages from higher sources and guides, and it comes through as thoughts or messages like that. You might hear knocking or physical sounds that can't be attributed to any external source. They don't have any meaning. You don't know why you would have heard that noise. Like someone's not out banging a hammer, but you're hearing a rapping noise, say. Synchronicities. You notice synchronicities where sounds or words seem to coincide with meaningful events or situations. And problem solving. You can hear solutions in your mind when you're faced with challenges or problems. and mediumship abilities, so you can communicate with spirit and it comes via thought, or you hear their voices and you know that loved one's voice, but you just hear it really, really clearly. And you know, you can hear, communicate via people by hearing the emotion in their voices as well, whereas the average person may not get that. So if you've enjoyed this information and you've enjoyed watching this, please be sure to follow my channel, leave comments, and for all you clairaudient people out there, I hope this has helped.